Welcome to Backyard Family Fun, the podcast from Pride Pool Spas and Leisure Products. In Claxton and Savannah, Georgia, this family-owned business has spent decades helping create memories that last a lifetime. Whether you're a pool owner, a spa lover, or just looking to turn your outdoor space into a true retreat, we've got you covered right here on the Backyard Family Fun podcast. Welcome back to Backyard Family Fun with Pride Pools. We are always so excited to sit down and have a great conversation with our guest. And we've got a great guest today, Josh Smith, who is the National Sales Manager for King Technology, the maker of the fabulous frog products that you have seen in the Pride Pools Savannah location and Claxton location as well. So many great products. And we thought it would be really cool to really dive into some of these and talk a little bit about all of these that you see, what you can do, what you can get, and why they're just really great products and help you out in your everyday backyard family fun. Josh, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
This is such a great brand, and I just feel like it, when you walk into the stores, you see like front and center. I mean, it's such a vibrant brand. It's the great colors. So it really attracts you coming in. And I think, a lot of pool and spa owners, when they walk in the doors, they're just like, okay, I probably need 2 or 3 things over here in the frog section. And King Technology being the makers of all of these. So I know you're so familiar in and out, but for those who might be learning about frog products, talk a little bit about kind of what makes the systems from Frog really different from maybe what we knew about years and years ago, like traditional pool and spa care.
Yeah, absolutely. Our products are really a balance between, and our brand are really a balance between fun and that great backyard experience, but also some really hard science. And in some cases, we have sciences that are different than what we traditionally would have used for pool and hot tub water care historically. And so we've really brought innovation to the industry, and it's an exciting time for us. We actually have products that are really growing, and we're experiencing really rapid growth as a company right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And when you talk about this innovation piece, it's and we talk about this a lot on the show of like things are changing and evolving all the time in the pool industry and the spa industry, and so staying in front of that and really, I know Pride Pools does such a great job with that, and the team there always learning and testing out products and figuring things out, and so that they can give this trusted product to those that walk in the door. And that innovation piece is so important. I mean, what have you seen over the last few years, as far as like new things coming about, and how do you stay ahead of that curve?
Yeah, absolutely. Our strongest product right now is called At Ease. And that's a product that we launched a few years back and has really taken the industry by storm. That's a chemistry that really is different than the way people have taken care of hot tubs historically. And it's exciting for us because it really is so different. There's nothing else out there that's like it. And it really allows you to spend less time maintaining your hot tub. You don't have to shock as often, and you can really give that consumer a better experience. So the At Ease chemistry in particular is really interesting and really different. And that really has been a rocket ship, I say, of growth for us. And it's really becoming the hottest selling product across the country.
Yeah, and I can see why. I mean, and I love the name behind that. I mean, it sells itself to really, to the folks walking in the door, because it's like, I think that's something, we're all looking for, is to simplify, make the process easier. We always talk about, with the team at Pride Pools about owning this fantastic investment of a pool or a spa should be fun, and not
Yep.
complicated. And so, I think that's one of the things that you guys do very well with these products is really help that customer say, yeah, I can simplify this.
Absolutely. Yeah, when a family buys a pool or a hot tub or a swim spa, they do that because they want to enjoy it. And people don't want to become chemists on the weekends.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
nothing worse than not being able to use it. Actually, over Memorial Day, I took my two little girls, they're 5 and 2, out to visit Grandma and Grandpa's association pool. And we had them all dressed up in their swimsuits. They're all excited to swim with Grandma and Grandpa. And we got there and the gate was locked. And that was because the water wasn't properly balanced.
Oh no.
So beautiful 80-degree day, Memorial Day. That's disappointing for families, whether it's, a community pool or at home. You make that investment, you want to be able to use it. And our products and, working with Pride Pools, we're really able to ensure that you have crystal clear water all the time.
Yeah, wow. Sorry that happened. Yeah, that that's the worst, absolute worst. And I can't imagine the things you had to promise the kids afterwards, because they weren't able to
Yep.
swim that day.
I had no plan B. And, in Minnesota, we don't get too many 80-degree days. So
Right.
when you do, you really want to be able to enjoy it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about that crystal clear water that we're all looking for, all want, especially when it comes down to these few summer days we seem to have because it goes so quickly. But can you talk a little bit about the pool chemistry end of things and what products are really available around that? And also, I'd love to talk about the fresh mineral water program too, because I think that's a really big deal.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fresh mineral water is all about killing bacteria two ways. It's killing bacteria with a mineral, which is silver. And silver has been used to kill bacteria for many, many years, going back even into history. It's one of the most effective ways to kill bacteria. And so we're killing bacteria with the minerals, but we're also killing bacteria with some type of sanitizer, whether you're on the pool side or the hot tub side. And the two main sanitizers being chlorine and bromine. And so we have systems for each of those. And fresh mineral water really is helping you to kill bacteria, make that water clearer, and make it easier to maintain. Because when you are killing bacteria two ways like that, you're able to use less of the chemicals. You're able to use less of the chlorine or the bromine. And so you really end up with a lower chemical system. And it's also very effective though too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you guys again are kind of at the front of the line with all of this because I feel like, especially with kids, like we're in this place where we're like we don't want to use all these chemicals. Like we really want to be in a place where we're using less chemicals. We're simplifying the process, and to be able to do that, I think first of all is just great, and to also know that you're really giving peace of mind to folks that are concerned about that and saying, yeah, we do have a way, we do have a method to
Mhm.
to make this, where we're using less chemicals, where we're doing this in a better way, and it feels right, just internally, but it feels right on your skin too.
Yep. Yeah, you can really feel the difference for sure.
No doubt. One of the things that I would love to talk about too is how much I feel like pride pools and frog, the culture and the family business behind it is so important. And I think we're celebrating 51 years with Pride Pools, just celebrated the big 50-year mark, and continuing to see that grow. And it's because of that culture, and it's because of that family business mentality where everyone's a family member. They treat their customers like that. They treat their team members like that. And I know there's some similarities there. Would love for you to talk a little bit about that because I think that's a great thing.
Absolutely. Pride is celebrating 51 years, and King Technology, we're just behind them. We're around 46 years in business, and we've been partnered with Pride for much of that time, and they truly are one of our best partners. Being a family business is different. We really focus a lot on our values and focus a lot on building our culture and aligning ourselves with other organizations like Pride that have strong values and strong cultures like that. So for King, we are transitioning now to the third generation. So Alex King and Carson King are brothers. One of them is on the sales side, and the other one's on the production side. And they're really teaming up to really set us up for the next 50 years, making a lot of big investments and really investing a lot in new product development so that they can pass it on to their kids and their grandkids. And they've been very intentional about that. And it's been really fun to be a part of it.
Yeah, and it really it's just something about the ripple effect of that I think is pretty amazing. And obviously you guys are seeing that with King Technology and Frog Products, and Pride Pools has been seeing it too. So I mean, it's just it goes a long ways, especially with these legacy customers that are coming in and have had pools for generations. And family after family after family just really benefits from all of that, which I think is fantastic. So, Josh, one of the things we were talking about, just how important the family behind the business, the culture of that is to King Technologies, but also to Pride Pools. I mean, you guys know that firsthand. And you're growing all the time. How do you sort of maintain that and keep that culture? You talk to me a little bit about kind of what's behind the scenes for that.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We're a small business that is getting bigger, maybe a little closer to medium size now. And so we're very intentional about how we're, working with our new employees to help them understand, what our values are and who our best partners are. So the first way is, we're really sticking strongly to our values and faith, family, business in that order. That's really important to us, especially as we get bigger and something that, really on a daily basis, we're continuing to drive internally with our employees and continuing to maintain that culture. And then also, when each person starts, we really try to help them understand who our best partners are. So I do a presentation with each new employee who starts and go through who some of our best partners are. And I actually have a slide on Pride Pools. So I have, Marshall, Alex, and Sherry in there from an event, I believe, down in Savannah called Cops at Stops.
Oh yeah.
That's a really cool program that they contributed to, and a great charity organization. So for our internal employees, it's great for them to see why it's so important when we got to get a shipment expedited, and when we need to respond to any type of concern or issue that comes up. It really helps when they understand who our partners are and the why behind why they're so important, and how they really are and have really shared values with us. And there's really not too many partners that we work with that we align as strongly with as Pride Pools.
You were talking a little bit about trends. I'd love to kind of bend your ear on maybe what trends that you're seeing right now in pools and hot tubs and all of that. What's on the forefront for you guys?
Yeah, the biggest trend we're seeing now is that customers just need things to be easier than ever. Everyone's really busy and really just needs things to be simple. So we've made a big investment into some top pod technology products. So we have some pods that will be coming to market here, and they're really just dropping in the skimmer of the pool, and able to assist with that water care. So it's a nice complement to the products that we've had out there for so many years, and something that really is going to make it noticeably easier for the consumer.
No doubt about it. I love that. That's drop in a pod. That's fantastic. And yeah, easy breezy. Talk about some of your other products. Like what are some of the ones that like are your favorites, and kind of what stands out to you that you're like these are maybe must-haves and essentials for folks to have in their toolbox.
Yeah, Pride has a system called Frog Leap that we've had for many years now, and it's a great system that combines minerals and chlorine. It basically has cartridges for a mineral that you put in once a season and chlorine cartridges every couple weeks, and really allows you to take advantage of that fresh mineral water and cleaner, clearer, easier water to maintain. And that product is actually an authorized dealer product that, Pride is the only company in the Savannah area with that product. And we do that because of our long-standing relationship with them. And it helps for us to really stand behind our guarantee and guarantee that you're not going to have any issues with your water quality in the summer. If you do, we're gonna, do right and take care of you and help you fix those issues.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. And I think one thing that we talk about a lot too is that that maintenance process. A lot of people come in and really talk about being on a schedule to do the maintenance and figuring out how we can fit it into our busy schedules and trying to figure that out. And I love being able to see the team members at Pride suggest these products to meet the schedule that you have. And I think that goes a long ways too. And I feel like, with the frog products, there's something that can fit into what your needs are and what you can do and how much time you have to do that. I'm sure that you see that firsthand.
Yeah, Pride has a solution for really any type of body of water that you have. So any pool, any hot tub, any swim spa. And we have a system that helps to complement that. But whether it's a system that, you do at home at DIY or a program where Pride comes out and takes care of it for you and uses one of our systems, they really have a lot of options. And so each customer is a little different. And I know that they really like to provide personalized service. I think that's one of their values with the PRIDE. And that personalized service, I think, is so important for the modern consumer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we just did an episode not that long ago talking about the culture behind, and we went through every letter of Pride, and I love how they stick to that, and it's just all sort of ingrained in everything they do. Talking about products, did you tell me your favorite frog product? Is it the At Ease, or what is it right now?
It's hard to decide, but the At Ease product really is my favorite. There's different variations. Sometimes it's built into the hot tub. Other times it's floating in the water, depending on which system you have and which hot tub you have. But when it's floating in the water, it actually flips over when it's time to change the cartridges. So when you talk about making it easy, it doesn't get any easier than that. Being able to really just know when it's time to change out your cartridge once a month, um, just based on it flipping. So just the way that our engineers have been able to do little things like that to add to what's already a really effective way to kill bacteria and make for a better experience. It's just really incredible what they've been able to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, the flipping, that's pretty amazing, no doubt about it. That's what we call luxury living right there.
Yep, yep, absolutely.
I love that. Any thoughts around like any, I'm just thinking about some of, our pool owners, our hot tub owners, maybe a swim spa, and maybe they're new to that, right? And any sort of like common mistakes that you've seen, or, not necessarily mistakes, but like things, little things that we fall into that maybe we could avoid doing that maybe has actually an easier fix? Do you have any thoughts around any of the sort of common issues?
Yeah, my number one recommendation for any customer is to make sure you're bringing your water into Pride Pools regularly. So I'd recommend at least once a month, if not more frequently. And really, at the end of the day, the number one issue we see out there and number one challenge is just the basic water balance because using test strips helps. There's some good resources out there that you're able to use DIY, but the best thing you can do is really bring it in for a more in-depth test and to work with that dealer and with Pride Pools as the expert because they're going to be able to test a lot of different metrics and provide you solutions. So I think that's something that we're seeing is really, it's more important than ever to really, stay local, go into your dealer and work with them on keeping your water clean.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you can walk in with your water sample, you can drop it off at the drop box after hours, and they're going to give you a safe container to put it in. We always joke, don't put it in your Coke bottle that you've got in the back of your car, but get that one that's specifically for you. They're going to put your name on it and all that good stuff. So, you can drop it off anytime. I feel like that's the idea behind all of it, right? Is to make it as easy as possible, because keeping that regular check on it and knowing what's going on in your water, like I've never seen test strips, even though I know there's a lot of great ones out there, I've never seen them give me that full sort of chemistry look at like what exactly is going on in my water. I just think there's nothing like it being able to get that full diagnosis.
Absolutely. It's so important, and there's nothing really at home that can replace it. So we sell test strips. We encourage you to use them, but there's just nothing that can replace bringing that water in and having that conversation with the dealer. It's just so valuable for the customer.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we've got just nothing but respect for the Frog products and
Thank you.
King Technology behind it. I mean, you guys are obviously, so innovative and staying on top of the technology and making our lives easier. I was so excited to sit down and talk with you. I even wore my pool float shirt today, so I'm getting ready to jump in as soon as I can.
Very cool. Absolutely.
We're gonna have, of course, all of the links to the Frog products and everything that you can find in the Claxton location or the Savannah location of Pride Pools in the show notes of this episode, and you can walk in and ask all kinds of questions. Josh Smith, thank you so much. Thanks for what you guys are doing, and keep on keeping on, because you're making our backyard family fun even more fun all the time. So thank you for that.
That's what it's all about. And thank you very much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for listening. Come by and meet your local pool and spa experts in Claxton on Highway 280 West or in Savannah on Gateway Boulevard South, or go to pridepools.com. If you love backyard family fun as much as we do, be sure to give us a rating and review, and subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. And if you have a question or topic you'd love for us to cover, drop us an email, info@pridepools.com, or tap the links for Facebook or Instagram in the show notes of this episode. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's go make a splash and have some backyard family fun.
Pride Pools Spa.